Good afternoon. I'm Gary Ritchie with Pharmaceutical Manufacturing Magazine. I'm here this afternoon with Dr. Charles Miller. Dr. Miller is with Eigenvector Research, in-house chemometrician, method development, process analytics expert. We're here at IFPAC 2009, and it's good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too. How are you doing?
I guess the first, I'm doing great. The first topic of conversation is the last time I saw you, I had heard that you had been elected as chairman of the International Diffuse Reflectance Conference, Chambersburg.
Right.
And so I have to ask, since then, how are things going along and what can we expect to see?
Well, I got a couple plans in the works for that. One of them is first thing, of course, is the logistics part of the conference, but one of the things I'm thinking about right away is some program realignment. And I don't want to get people too nervous about that, but there's some things I want to, some agenda I want to push there. One of them is online analytical actual deployment talks, where we try to get some folks coming in talking about the trials and tribulations of actually putting systems in the field. We've had a couple of those in the past already. I want to have a whole session dedicated to that. And the other thing I'm also interested in is talking about in the chemometrics area is what I'll call the resurgence of direct calibration methods. And probably the best way to describe that would be PLS and MLR are considered inverse calibration methods mathematically because of the form of the model, and they're very convenient. But classical least squares is one example of a direct type of model, and it's kind of been forgotten about. And the neat thing about it is now people are using extensions of that to make it more relevant to real-world applications. And I think that it would be nice to have some speakers come in and talk about that type of calibration versus the inverse methods, and just get a discussion going on that, because there's already been quite a bit of chatter on the Chemometrics listserv on that.
You have to be commended for taking that approach. My observation the past 2 years is I've seen, and I'm not a chemometrician, you know that, but I'm a user, and I have seen that these people tend to want to run with this stuff and not walk first. And I think I was taught by my mentor, Howard, Dr. Mark, about the parsimony principle. Let's keep it simple. And here you are discussing let's keep it simple.
Howard's a good mentor. He really is, and he's very passionate about what he does, and that's why I think that's what makes Chambersburg so effective, is that there are so many passionate people that have been involved with it. And on the one hand, I want to try to cycle in some new blood, but at the same time, I think there's a core constituency there of very passionate people, and I think that to tamper with that is like playing with fire. And I think, you got to walk before you run. And the problem is sometimes people don't feel like they have the time to walk. Well, and that's especially now. So that's the challenge we face with that.
I absolutely understand the challenge. Dovetailing into that are two other, I think, critical issues that we at IFPAC could take away. One of them is in terms of multivariate analysis, the level of understanding and education that is going to be needed to raise the appreciation and the power of the tool that it really has. That's one aspect. I think only the chemometrician community, you and the chemometrician community, can deal with that. And the second thing is standardizing and coming up with a common platform, because you're seeing applications across different vendor software packages. You and I spoke about this, and a lot of this stuff is becoming proprietary in nature, and I think that's actually becoming a detriment to the universal application in use, rather than. That's my opinion.
Well, we certainly. I'll dare say, I think we at Eigenvector, we're definitely more of the open source approach to software, which does not necessarily mean it can't be locked down or made secure. All it means is that it's available to the user so that it's transparent, so that folks know what they're doing with their data, if they desire to know what's going on.
Right.
At the same time, there's business drivers, of course, behind making things proprietary and locking the box and keeping things secret. And it's a hard business dynamic to push. I think personally, just my own limited experience in that business is that we found great benefit of keeping things more transparent and open. And we do have some risk involved with that. We do have to worry about folks being dishonest, but at the same time, I think the upside has really been tremendous as opposed to that, and so I agree. I think there's that proliferation, if you will, of chemometrics methods would benefit better by having things a little more open. But that's just my opinion, and we've seen it work for us.
Your opinion counts, Chuck.